Mr. Floyd, you are suing Mr. Brummett for $5,000. You claim that you rented him a car of yours, and after successfully renting it a couple of times, you learned that while it was in his possession, it had been crashed. He hadn't told you. You discovered when somebody else called you, and the car's basically totaled. So you are asking for $5,000 for the amounts that insurance didn't cover in order to fix the car and for lost wages that you claim you've suffered. Mr. Brummett, you say that this accident was not your fault, that you rented a car from the plaintiff and that somebody took the vehicle without your permission and got into an accident with it. It turns out that person may have been arrested, but you say that because you didn't crash the vehicle nor give the person driving it permission to drive it, you should not be responsible for the damage. So, Mr. Floyd, tell us about this car. And it's a 2020 Altima?
Yeah, that's how it looked before.
So this is a picture of the vehicle before the accident. Nice car, good condition.
Yeah. Kids loved it. Then we're gonna come to where I got to the tow yard after a phone call, or early morning phone call, and that
is what you saw.
That's what I was presented with.
All right. So
imagine how mad and upset I was.
Yes. All right, Mr. Brummett, you first rented the plaintiff's car for what purpose?
I needed it for work.
And everything went fine the first couple of times?
It went perfectly fine the first couple of times. I rented from him maybe like 2 occasions, like 2 separate occasions. So that was probably like the 3rd occasion where the incident happened.
Okay. So on this 3rd occasion, tell us what happened.
I rented the car for, once again, work. I then left the car at my grandmother's house because that's where I was staying.
Okay, and where were the keys?
They were, I believe they were on the table, or she has like a key hanging rack. It was either one of those two that I left it at. And I rode to the, my friend, it was his birthday, and he had a rental car. So we kind of just rode around in his while the car was still at the house.
So you didn't take the keys with you, you left them at your grandmother's house?
Yes, ma'am.
Was there anybody else staying at your grandmother's house?
Yes.
Who?
My uncle was there at the time.
All right. So, Mr. Floyd, tell us what happened from your perspective. The defendant's renting your car, and all of a sudden you get a phone call?
Yes, ma'am. I think probably about 3 hours, because I had GPS put on the vehicle. So I learned after watching my records that the car was, used as like an Uber. But
okay. Tell me more about that.
I mean, it was different destinations the car was going to, like hours after I rented it to him. So I felt like after the incident, like not to try to move forward, but with the arrest of that guy.
All right, we're too far forward.
Okay.
Tell me what happens. You get a phone call one day, or did you notice first that there was unusual activity?
Yeah, I noticed the car was in a location for too long, like right after I rented it to him.
Okay.
So the car was just sitting there, and I'm just like, he rent a car for me to just sit there for hours, so that was unusual.
Okay. Did you call him or ask him anything or not?
No, I got a call from the other vehicles that the car was ran into. I got a call from them, their insurance company.
So you're sitting at home one day, you get a call from an insurance company that says, hello, sir, your car was in an accident with one of our insured's cars.
Yes.
And you say, I don't know what you're talking about.
Yeah,
right? Yeah, I have no idea what's going on. Okay. So let me ask you first, Mr. Brummett, were you using the car for Uber purposes?
No.
No, you were just using it to drive around. Were you using it for other people? Were you allowing others to drive it?
No.
Never. Okay, so nobody had permission to drive this vehicle except for you. All right. Mr. Floyd, you get a phone call, you find out that the car is in an accident. What did you do next?
My next step was to look at the GPS and go to the location.
Okay.
And that's where I was presented with a totaled car at the tow yard.
Okay, Mr. Brummett, how did you find out there was an accident with this car?
I found out, I was working, and I found out from him. Like, he called me and was
All right, so you were working, but you didn't take the car to work that day?
No, so I went to work, but I worked with my granddad, landscaping.
Why were you renting his car if you were working all day?
So I have 2 jobs.
Okay.
Landscaping is just me helping my granddad, and I'm getting paid to help him. I work at a retail store.
Understood.
So I was currently on my other job, riding in my granddad's truck, doing landscaping, and he called me saying, hey, what happened? And I'm like, what do you mean what happened? He explained it to me. So I was clueless.
All right, so the plaintiff found out before you did that the car had been in an accident.
Yes.